mat. And if you have props at home, grab 2 blocks and a strap. Today's practice is going to feel great. I think it will. It's going to focus on opening up the side body and the hips. So we'll begin in child's pose. When you're ready, big toes touch, knees wide, arms outstretched. Settle in, close your eyes. And connect to your Ujjayi breathing. Let your breath fill the expanse of your back ribs. Walk your fingertips a little further forward and feel the length in your side body. Now walk your hands to the right. Open up through your left side waist. You might even bump your left hip over to the left side a little bit more. And switch, walk your hands over to the left. Bump your right hip to the right a little. Breathe into the right side body. From here, bring it back to the center. With your eyes still closed, walk your hands in by your knees. Press down into the ground and start to roll up through the low back. Drop your chin to your chest. Roll up slowly through the middle back. Walk your hands up your thighs. Roll up through the upper and the neck until your head is vertical, your eyes are closed. As you inhale, circle your arms down, around and up. And then exhale them down the midline in prayer seal. Blink your eyes open and find your way to all fours, cat-cow tilts. Let's tuck our toes under for these cat-cows and find your wrists right under your shoulders. Nice, your knees right under your hips. Inhale to arch your spine, spin the eye of the elbows outward towards the pinky fingers. And exhale to round your spine. Drop your head, scoop your tailbone. 2 more. So this is a nice pose to set that pattern of the arms for downward dog. Yeah, with your knees down, it might be a little easier. Roll the eye of the elbow outward. Good, good. Okay, last one. Come back to neutral. And now we'll do that cat-cow, but with a little shift in the leg. So tuck your left toes and arch your spine with your left leg straight. And then exhale like cat and glide your foot on the ground. Bring your knee to your nose. This is your cat. That was your cow. You all did it great, though. Inhale back into cow. I think I said cat earlier. This is your cow, your back bend. Yeah, which you all did. And then exhale into your cat. Do one more. Next time you straighten your left leg, keep it back there. And then come to neutral spine, spin your right shin back. Plant your left foot down, pointing to the long left side. Press down into your left hand for a moment. Feel a stretch through your left side of your back. Push down into the ground. Then reach your left arm forward towards the top of your mat. Push down even firmer into your right hand. Roll the eye of the right elbow forward, reverse gate pose. Press from your sacrum to your pubic bone, like you're pushing the front of your pelvis to the wall in front of you, and you're leaning your shoulder blades back to the wall behind you. Option to go a little deeper, bend your left elbow, maybe even catch left hand to right deltoid. Big breath into that left lung. Yeah, you could hold your head with your hand too. I see some nice variations. Okay, from here, come on up, straighten the left arm to the ceiling, spin your right toes to the back of your mat, bend your left knee and sit on your right heel. So it's like half malasana, like your child's pose with your right leg. Sit on your heel and a malasana with your left. Take your left hand to the ground or a block. Slide your right hand slowly, lengthening up the skin of the right side waist, the right rib cage, and then hold the back of your head in your right hand. Look up to the ceiling. Cradle the back of your head. Let your head just kind of drop back into the palm. Big breath. Open the side body, open the hips. And then we'll start to flow between these shapes. So straighten your right arm. We'll make the pathway a little simpler. Right hand to the top of your mat. Inhale, press your pelvis forward, lean your shoulder blades back. Exhale, side bend to the back of your mat. Spin your right toes to the back wall. Right arm overhead. 2 more. So inhale. Exhale. Inhale with each side bend. Exhale with each transition. It's almost like the inhale helps you to unfurl to your capacity. And then find your way after this last Viparita Parigasana, this last reverse gate pose. Slowly circle your left arm around towards the back of your mat, big chest stretch. Yeah, and then all the way down by the side, all the way back down where it started, root into the left hand. Push into the ground, spin your right toes back, come onto the ball of your left foot, cow tilt your spine, and then cat tilt to seal in this side, knee to nose. Okay, back to all fours, side 2. Right toes tuck under. Cow tilt your spine like a back bend. Exhale, glide the toes on the ground, engage your belly. Cat tilt your spine. Inhale, arch it. Exhale, round it. Last one, in. Out. In, keep the leg back. Now spin your left shin back. Bring your right foot to point to the long right edge and push down into your right hand. So you're gonna feel your right back get a rounded stretch as your hips open. Reach your right arm forward, all the way up to the top of your mat. Press your pelvis forward, lean your shoulder blades back. So sacrum to pubis presses that way. Yeah, good. And if you want a little more, bend your right elbow so you can drape. I saw some of you with the hand here, that's great. Or you can hold the delt, the left delt with the right hand. So the elbow is behind the head. One more breath. And then from here, reach straight through the elbow, spin the left toes back, bend the right knee. The right toes will point to the back of the mat. Your right hand can come to the floor or a block. And your left hand is gonna slide up the side waist, lengthen up through the skin of the side waist. And then up through the ribs, lift one pair of rib bones up off the pair below it until you cradle the head. Cradle the back of your head. Rotate left, look up to the ceiling and breathe. So we're starting pretty nice and slow, just feeling down to the hips, opening up through the sides of the lungs and the ribs. And then reach your left elbow straight and we'll start to take it for a flow, moving a little quicker here. So inhale, right arm reaches overhead. Exhale as you transition. Inhale, left arm reaches overhead. Exhale, transition. Inhale. You got it. Exhale. Beth, you might remember this from prenatal yoga. I do this flow a lot for the mamas. One more. It's like when you're growing forward so much, it feels nice to remember the space in the side body. Okay, come back to reverse gate pose, Viparita Parigasana. Take a slow circle of that right arm to stretch and mobilize the chest, the shoulder. Yeah, and then plant your right palm. Press down into it. Spin your left toes back, lift the right heel, cow tilt your spine. Cat tilt, glide the toes in. Back to all fours, tuck your toes. And this is actually a great one for postnatal too. It's a little bit of a level up, but see how it goes, Beth. Lift your knees just a couple inches off the ground. So you want your spine, yeah, that's it, Michelle, nice. Can you do that on your hand? Yeah, it's all good. Okay. You want your knees to stay like this, your spine to stay pretty much parallel to the ground. Now, the tendency is going to be as our shoulders and belly get tired, we go more for a down dog. So keep your knees literally just 2 inches off the ground. 10 cat-cows with your knees 2 inches off the ground on your own time. So now we turned up the flame, right? It's like cat-cow on a hot plate. Yeah, you can pick up the tempo. I am too. Who wants to do 10 super slow ones with their knees 2 inches up? I know, no, me neither. Good, can you keep rolling the eye of your elbows outward? Downward dog. I think that was 10. That was plenty. Your knees could be bent or straight in your down dog. Press the ground away from you. Lift your pelvis up off your bottom ribs. And then lengthen through the sides of the neck. So like if you had a little light coming out of the crown of your head, it would point to where the space between your thumb tips on the mat. One more breath here. Plank, top of a push-up. Lower all the way down for cobra. And then as you inhale, glide forward. Your palms might glide back a little. Yeah, nice, Jessie. And then lower your forehead, interlace your fingers, squeeze your shoulders, elbows, heel of the hands in, locust, lift legs to chest. Can you lift your arms up and pull your knuckles back? Good, and then keep everything, just lower the feet. Half locust, nice. And then circle your arms out, around, and forwards. Thumbs up, pinkies down. Place your hands a little wider than shoulders width on the ground. Grip with your fingertips, you're gonna pull. So go nice and slow. Pull like you're pulling on a lap bar. Feel your back muscles squeeze, fire up. Now that you have your back muscles with you, push. So your back muscles are engaged. Now you push the floor while you're in up dog. And then you press back into down dog. Look forward. You can stay where you are or take 3 little bunny hops. Hop like you're hopping over a tall jump. What is it? A high jump, right? So hop up and then land down. Yeah, it's the year of the water bunny. Hop, hop, hop like a bunny. Hop up. Find your height. And then down. Yeah, awesome. Hop up and then land at the top of your mat this time. Can you plant your feet down? You can step there if you're not hopping like a bunny at 6:45 a.m. for some of you. And then inhale, half lift. And exhale, fold. And inhale, circle your arms down, around, and up. And exhale, gather your hands to your heart. Stand firm. Let's start to move into our flow. So this is all about the breath. Let the breath guide you. Slow, spacious Ujjayi breathing. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, dive in. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, step your left foot back. Inhale, fingertips back, heart forward. Exhale, fingertips forward, right hip back. Yes. Inhale, high lunge. Make fists. Exhale, bend your elbows, bend your left knee, scoop your tailbone long. Inhale, reach up. Keep that length down the tailbone, tone through the front belly. 2 more. And hold. If you're needing a little bend in the knee, that might feel better if you have any pinching in your low back in the pose, or the knee can be straight. Plug into your right heel. Reach up through the arms. Lift up through the bottom ribs. And on your next exhale, plant your palms down and step back plank and lower chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Before we do the second side, look forward and try 3 little bunny hops again if you dare. Use your exhale to launch yourself up. And we'll meet in down dog when you're finished with those 3. Okay, take a breath to ground hands and feet. Lengthen through the sides of the neck. And then inhale your left leg up. Exhale, hug it in. And step it through. Inhale, fingertips back, heart forward. Awesome. Exhale, fingertips forward, outer left hip crease back. Yes. Inhale, rise. Make your fists, bend your back knee, hug into your core as you lengthen your tailbone down. Inhale, reach. So you're looking for maybe just a little bit more stretch each round through the front of your hip, clarifying that space in the body. And then hold with your arms up, with your back knee straight, or if your back is a little pinchy today, a little bend could help you. Plug into your left heel, descend your left thigh. Thumbs back, pinkies forward. Lift, 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 arms and ribs. Now on your next exhale, plant your hands and step forwards this time, top of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, circle your arms down, around, and up. And exhale, hands to your heart, down by your side. Push into your feet, rise tall through your crown. Inhale, lift. Exhale, dive. Knees can bend as you dive. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold and step your right foot back. Inhale, 1 breath. High lunge. Maybe this time you push the palms firm into one another and look up to your thumbs. Exhale, plank to the belly this time. Interlace your hands. Everything lifts, locust. Hold here. 2 more. Circle your arms slowly forwards, thumbs up, pinkies down. Good. From here, lower your fingertips, lower your toes. Push into the ground, push down. Lift your ribs a little higher up. So as you push down, maybe 1 more pair of ribs lifts. Now keep that press of the fingertips as you pull back. So you feel your back muscles squeeze. Yes, nice, Francine. And then push. So from pulling, go to pushing. Sweet. And then back to down dog. And then if you want them, 3 little bunny hops. On your exhale, toss your hips up like you're trying to get over a high jump bar. And we'll settle into down dog for a full breath. And then as you inhale, right leg up. Exhale, hug it in, step it through. Inhale, 1 breath, reach it up. Maybe the palms touch, maybe you want to look up. And then exhale, hands down, step forward, top of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, circle your arms down, around, and up. And exhale, hands to your heart center. Arms by your side, stand tall. Awesome. Grab a block. You can hold your block in between your inner thighs, middle, or narrow. Squeeze. This one will be familiar to you too, Beth. Yeah. Yeah, good. This is going to help you with your handstand. So this hugging in helps you to feel that inner parachute that helps you to fly. Launch yourself. That's your mula bandha, your pelvic floor. So when we exhale, that's why we exhale when we jump or kick up into a handstand. When we exhale, our lungs empty, our diaphragm like domes up, and so does our pelvic floor. And it's almost like a parachute. we find lightness. We might float. Okay, so we're gonna play with this with Utkatasana. You're squeezing the block with your inner thighs. As you inhale, sit your hips back, reach your arms up. And then as you exhale, squeeze in, lift your pelvic floor. Think of hugging your 2 front hip points into the middle, like a seatbelt on an airplane, and keep it going. Inhale, exhale, pelvic power. Inhale, exhale. If you imagine those old, like 90s, maybe they're 80s even at this point, the lava lamps, that's the feeling. You want to have this kind of like drawing up feeling from your pelvic floor. That's the feeling of Mula Bandha, like a little bubbling up from pelvic floor towards the roof of the mouth as you squeeze into the block. As you exhale, as you stand. Keep it going for 5. 4, and it's not so much navel back to the spine, like sucking in. It's more of a hugging in and around. These are horizontal muscles. So it's like if you were pulling a drawstring on a pair of sweatpants or tightening a seatbelt. It's like a corseting, a hugging. Like, yeah, left to right feeling. Last one. Good, keep your block and just put it on the narrowest width and the long and narrow way. Like this. And then you could do this on your forearms, Michelle, and others, or you can do it on your palms. We're gonna meet in plank with a narrow block in between our legs. Squeeze into the block with your inner legs. You might feel, whoa, I'm a lot lighter in my shoulders, because you're using more of your whole body. Yeah, awesome. Okay, now from here, look down to your right thumb, squeeze your legs, roll like side plank to the left, toes to the left. Slowly inhale your left arm up, keep looking at your right thumb, and then reach your left arm forward. Super challenge moment. Can you come into a one-armed plank for just a millisecond? So toes down, like you're gonna shake someone's hand in plank, and then down. Okay, look at your left thumb tip. Roll the toes to the right. Peel your right arm open. Keep looking. The drishti is at the left thumbnail. You got it. And then right arm forwards. Squeeze that block. It'll help you stay nice and centered. And then plank like you're going to shake someone's hand and place it back down. Do that twice more. Now inhale. We'll start to connect the dots. Left arm up. Forward. Exhale like you're going to shake someone's hand in plank. And down. Left side. Right arm up. Squeeze that block. Right arm forward. Plank, shaking someone's hand. And back down. Last one, each side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Keep the block. If you're not already, lower onto your forearms, forearm plank. And if you're not already, tops of the feet. Squeeze that block. Inhale, Sphinx. You might have to kind of slide your block down so you can root into your pubic bone. Okay. From here, stay on the tops of your feet, so don't tuck them. And as you exhale, lift your pelvis to the height of your shoulder blades. Hold here, full breath in. Stay for your exhale. Inhale, Sphinx. Exhale, lift your pelvis to the height of your shoulder blades. That's it. Hold here. And on your inhale, back into Sphinx. Yeah, nice. And then last time, lift up. Tuck your toes. Move your block. All fours. Okay. Nice. We're a little warmer now. Connected to center. Let's twist. Left arm reaches. Thread the needle. Rest onto your left cheek. Press down into your right palm. And notice two things that might happen. So one is that the hips might drift back. Can you get them vertical over your knees? And the other is that your feet might drift in. So try to space them about a wide block's width or the same distance your knees are. So when the big toes come together and the hips go back, that can be a sign of a tight pelvic floor, right? So just notice where you are, where your body drifts. If you want to go on, reach your right hand out in front of the crown of your head. If you want to go on, you can tuck your right toes, straighten your knee, press your left palm up into your right thigh. And then gently, slowly, come back, all fours. Let's do the same thing, side two. Okay, right arm, you got it. Thread the needle, rest onto your right cheek. Press down into your left hand, and again, notice the drift. Like, notice the patterns in your body, they'll tell you something, right? Do your hips drift back? Do your ankles drift in? When your ankles drift out, your sitting bones widen. That's your pelvic floor. Maybe the left arm goes forward, maybe you lift your left knee. Maybe you bring your right hand to your left thigh and press. Couple deep breaths. From here, slowly return back to all fours, and then back into your downward dog when you feel ready. Deep breath in. Lengthen through the sides of your neck as you exhale. Okay, right leg up, inhale. Right foot through, exhale. Left heel at a 45-degree angle. Press down into your fingertips, push down into your feet, and then come on up, warrior one. And hold. Feel where your right heel presses into the mat. Feel that press down, connecting to this upper right hamstring, firming, activating, awakening. And then like you did earlier, straight elbows, thumbs back, pinkies forward, lift your arms and feel that lift from the bottom of the ribs. It's like someone is lifting your ribs up and then your pelvis goes down a little lower. Mm-hmm. Two more. Nice. Goalpost arms. Interlace, or you can hold your strap if there's no interlace today, all good. Pull your knuckles back. So if they're here, can you lift them off of your back and feel your collarbones widen? Yeah, good. Now drop in humble warrior. Mm-hmm. Two more. Pull your right hip crease back, relax your neck. Lift the arch of your left foot. Keep the strap or keep the interlace, lift halfway up, look out in front of your right foot. Now turn your chest towards the left. Pull your knuckles towards your left heel, like side angle with an interlace. And now bend your elbows and take your left forearm to your low back, maybe even your left hand onto your right thigh, half bound. Without touching the ground, slide your right fingers will point towards the ground. Slide your right forearm down towards the floor as much as you can. Fingers might graze the floor. And then hold here a couple of breaths. That's it. Nice, Jessie. Now press your right shoulder back and widen your collarbones. Yes. Yeah. You make contact with that inner shin. Inhale, reverse warrior two with a half bind. Exhale, back into side angle. You can place your hand down this time, either inside or even outside of the ankle. It's up to you. Widen your left collarbone. Relax the weight of your head. Neck stretch. Yeah, left collarbone lifts to the ceiling, right ear drops towards right shoulder, right knee. Slow down and feel. Open your left arm up to the ceiling, out of the half bind. Look down to the right big toe. Push down into the ball of the right foot to straighten your right knee, Trikonasana, triangle pose. Yeah. Good, Beth, if you have a block, grab it or hand to the shin. Yep. Nice. That's it. Find softness in the knees so they're not locking out here. That's it, Francine, yeah. And then Kelly, I want you to imagine there's a wall just in front of your chest, and you're pressing your left hand forward into it a little bit. So instead of moving the arm back, move the arm forward, push against that wall, and the wall helps you move your upper back back. So the arm comes forward, the upper back leans back as you push into your imaginary wall. Yeah, and that way, the arm will be less back here, right, and more in front of you, and your back goes back there. Cool. One more breath. Yes, 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 that's exactly it. And then from here, reach your left arm overhead. Take your left hand to a block or the floor. Spin all 10 toes to the long left side of your mat. Walk your hands as far to the top of your mat, which is like where your right foot is. And then bend your left knee. And then take little tiny pulses here. So your hands could be on blocks, they could be on the floor. Bending your left knee a little more and then lifting it a little. 3. Little pulses. 2, you're gonna feel a stretch in the left side body, the right inner thigh. 1, walk your hands left, turn all 10 toes out. You can stay up high like this. You can come down low like this. You can even add another side bend like this, right arm overhead. Skandasana, you choose. In a moment, we're gonna come back to a low lunge facing that way to the top of the mat. So walk your hands to the right, spin all 10 toes forward, and set your left knee down. Yeah, awesome. Hands to your hips, lift your heart. Feel with your hands on your hips that you can go forward, and then that you can go back a little, and as you go back, you can lift your chest a bit more. So you can do this with your hands on your hips, going forward and then back, almost like a camel pose, right? Or you can interlace your fingers like humble warrior. And as you go back, pull your knuckles towards your left calf, kind of like a water pump. That's right. 3, 2, so it's this feeling of lifting the chest up out of the legs when you go back. 1. Like Ustrasana, the camel pose. Good, and then set your hands down, plank pose. Chaturanga, upward facing. Downward facing. Inhale your left leg up. Exhale, left foot through. Right heel down. Root into your fingertips, push into your feet, find your foundation. And then warrior 1. Simple, spacious, steady. Relax across your brow. Observe the contact of your left heel pushing into the ground, awakening the tap of your left hamstrings. Feel the ribs and the arms lift up a little taller, and then descend the pelvis and left thigh a little lower. Goal post your arms. Good, either hold your strap or interlace your fingers. Pull your knuckles back away from your pelvis so that if you're here, right, you're gonna pull the shoulder blades in, even if they just lift an inch, and then humble. Dive in. So the shoulder blades squeeze in like bridge pose. Adduction. See if you can relax your neck. Allow the weight of your head to drop down. Pull your left hip back. Lift the arch of your right foot. 2 more. Lift halfway up, keep the strap or the inner lace, and then pivot your chest to the right. Pull the knuckles to the right heel. Yeah, nice, good. And then bend your elbows, bring your right forearm to your low back, maybe your right hand to your left thigh. And from here, your left fingers will point down. You're gonna slide that forearm down without touching the ground, just pointing at it. Open your chest. That's it, Jesse, leaning the left shoulder back. Yeah, good. One more breath. Press into your feet, enliven your legs. Inhale, reverse warrior 2 with half bind. And then exhale back into any side angle, palm to the ground, a block, behind, in front of. Widen your right collarbone, relax your head left. Neck stretch. Oh, good. Yeah, looks like it feels really good. Relax your jaw. With each exhale, feel you can take a little more of that weight off your shoulders. Now reach your right arm up to the ceiling. Let go of that half bind. Look down to your left big toe, and you're gonna push down into the foot. Imagine you're pressing forward with your right hand into a wall and using that to move your back. Yes. Ooh, good. Nice, Kelly. Gorgeous. One more breath. And then take the right arm overhead. Take the hands down to the floor. Spin all 10 toes to the long right side of your mat. Walk your hands as far to that front right corner as you can, and then start to bend your right knee, and you'll pulse and bend for 3. Opening the right side of the back, the left inner thigh, 2. Last 1. Good, and then Skandasana. Walk your hands to the right, all 10 toes out, heels in, up high, down low, or maybe even left arm overhead, adding a little side bend the direction you went in your reverse warrior 2. Last breath here. And we'll walk our hands back, meet in a low lunge, all 10 toes forward. Right knee down, hands to hips, move forward and then move back so you can lift up a little more. Move forward. You might even bring your hands this time into like a Ustrasana, camel pose, this pose, yeah? Kind of position, fingers up. And feel that you can press forward. Maybe interlace your fingers like humble warrior for 3. Pressing into the calf, forward, and then back and up 2 like a water pump. Last 1. Release, plant your hands, plank pose. Nice. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. A deep breath in. Exhale, look forward, step, hop, or float there, top of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Nice, yeah, exhale, fold. Utkatasana, feet together for this one. Hands to your heart, twist. Left arm across right leg. And Beth, you might just go like 60% of how far you can twist. And with every exhale, feel that hugging in around your core, that support. If anyone wants to split their arms, go for it. And again, it's like you're pressing your right hand into a wall, lean your back back. So you're moving from this T-spine, not this shoulder joint. Yes, good. Pashasana, come down, plant your right hand to the floor. We'll take a little modified Pashasana. It's like a kickstand. And then ground your heels, bend your left elbow, lift your heart a little taller and turn to the right, left elbow against right outer knee. Back to the center. Utkatasana. Twist left. Right arm hooks across. And then if you're at the elbow, stay. If you can slide down towards the upper arm, the outer armpit, split. Move the upper back. And some of you don't have to worry about that as much. If you are a little tighter in the shoulders, it can almost be a gift. It's like when we're more flexible, we have more pieces to manage, but maybe your shoulder just stays on your back, right? And it's like, that shoulder is never going to go behind the back. All good. Pashasana, squat down, left hand to the ground behind you like a little kickstand. Right elbow to outer left knee. Lift your heart tall. Turn left. Last breath here. Nice. Take it back to Utkatasana. Fold forwards. Drop your head, shake it out. Wrap your hands, bring your feet about hips width apart. Wrap your hands around the outside of your lower legs. Crisscross behind them. You can bend your knees for sure. And then grab the front of your shins with crisscrossed arms. Yep, exactly. And bow in. It's like you just braided yourself. 2 more. Okay, let go. Utkatasana, chair pose, fierce pose. March your right knee up, hook your right ankle across your left thigh, and then reach forward with your arms, sit back with your hips. Really press the shin bone above the ankle, firm against the left thigh. One more here. Nice, Michelle. Stand. Right knee is going to lace as you rebend into eagle. Hook once or hook twice. Right arm goes under the left. Garudasana. Think of your sacral bone going back as your elbow bones go forwards. Making a more voluminous eagle, so you're not all congested in this line of space. And then rise to stand. Arms circle, right knee marches. Stay here, hip flexor strengthening, or straighten your right leg. Just one breath. Thumbs back, pinkies forward. Hands to your heart. Point your right toes like a ballerina behind you. And then tip, warrior 3. Reach if you dare. This will make it a lot spicier. Yeah, bring it on. Yum, yum, spicy. 2 more. Half moon. So you're going to open your hips, squeeze your left glute for support with this transition, left hand to a block or the floor. You can stay where you are or bend your right knee, catch hold of your right foot, pull it into your right butt, lengthen your knee back in the crown of your head forward so you get a good quad stretch. This is optional, of course. And then if you're holding the foot, kick it back, Chapasana, reach your head to your foot, make it voluminous. I know, who else's left leg, lower leg, shin, foot is on fire? I know. Okay, standing splits. And if your leg is on fire, put it up in the air, handstand. Here you go, hop, hop, hop off of that burning left leg, shin, foot. Give yourself about 5 more little hops. You can move to the wall. Sunday's class, we did this pose with blocks under the head. At the wall, I'll show if you're like, what is she talking about? We put the blocks here. It was like a headstand, handstand. It was really cool. So we hopped up to the wall, thumbs touched the blocks, if I can get myself to the wall, and then the head came onto the blocks, and it was like a headstand, handstand. It was awesome. Something to play with. Okay, when you're done with that, Malasana, yogi squat. Yeah, I feel that too in that standing leg. It's a lot. All these little muscles we don't think about, but they work so hard to hold down the fort with our balance. Utkatasana. Switch. Bring your left leg up into figure 4. Sit your hips back. Press your left shin where it was burning, right? That part above the ankle against your right thigh. Reach forward, lift your heart. It's kind of like a slow cook for the lower leg. And then come on up, and you're going to rebend your right knee, lace your left over it once or twice. Eagle. Left arm under, left leg over. Awesome. And if you're getting pulled into the midline, pull the sacral bones back and the elbow bones forward. Take up a little more space, top to back. Circle your arms up, march your left knee in front of you. Stay here or straighten the leg, just a breath. Hands to your heart, point your left foot back like a ballerina. And then tip into warrior 3. Reach your arms forward if you want spice. Gorgeous. One more. Open. So I want you to really engage your right hip. So feel that you're not just rolling in the joints, but you're anchoring in the muscles. Use your right glutes. Half moon. And then bend your knee, grab your foot, pull it into your butt. It's almost like the pose can be done in 2 different ways. One is just kind of hanging out, and one is awakening the right glutes, the standing leg butt muscles. Awaken those glutes. If you have the foot, kick back. Last couple of breaths here. Yeah. Head to foot, foot to head, so good. And then slowly and gently release, standing splits. Oh, did we freeze? We're back. Okay, handstand hops if you want to get off that right foot at the wall or in the middle for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And when you're ready, we'll meet in Malasana. Yogi squat. Sit yourself down, Baddha Konasana. Bring the soles of your feet together. Bring your hands in with your thumbs pointing forward, your fingers pointing back. And if you're back here, you'll notice as you lean forward on your sits bones, your low spine lifts and your thighs open. And just look straight ahead without folding forward, just finding your vertical for at least like 3 to 5 breaths here. You might choose to stay here the whole time. It's really nice to feel that you can land on the front of your sitting bones and restore that lumbar curve, right? If the lumbar curve is not there, if you start folding forward from a flattened out lumbar curve, you're only ever going to feel like you're going back, not forward, okay? So if you want to go forward, if you have your lumbar curve here, you're ready to go forward, you can put a block or 2 under your head and start to come forward. With every inhale, there's a feeling of spreading the sides of the ribs like you're unfurling a telescope in the direction of the crown of your head. So you come forward out of the hips, forward out of the hips. If you want to adjust your props higher or lower, go for it. We've got 3 more deep breaths. Stay with yourself here. This pose unfurls layer by layer, like peeling an onion. And the longer you hold, you drop into deeper layers around the hips and the low back, these dense layers. Last breath. It's like a totally different pose right now, yeah, than when you started. The way it feels, maybe the way it looks. Lengthen forward, lift up. Whoa. Okay, good. Now Gomukhasana with 1 block or 2 blocks to the side. I'm going to have you take your right knee on top of your left for cow face pose. And then take your block to the right side of your hips, just right out from your hip. You might have a stack of them if you feel like side bends are a little limited today. Stack your knees. Check out your heels equidistant from your outer hips. And then bring your right forearm onto this block. You'll know right away if you want it higher or lower. Take your left hand to your knee stack. Yeah, and press your knee stack down as you tip to the right to your block. And then bend your right elbow a little more. Hold onto the side of your head with your right hand. And reach your left arm up and over. Side body opening, hip opening. And then just drape your arm. Bend your elbow, let it drape like a coat on a coat hanger, your arm over your head. Press your right knee down into your left, like the work your hand was doing. And feel how that lights up the IT band. Soften your brow, your jaw, relax your head into your hand here. 1 more. Slowly, gently come on up. Side 2. So we want to switch the knee stack. Left on top of right. Sit down. There's a few little checks before we go for it. So 1 is to really get the knees stacked. And then the other is to check in with your heels, equidistant from your outer hips. Sitting bones down. Okay, and then you choose the height that you need your block to be outside your left hip. Forearm on the block. And then reach. Don't do this. Don't reach this arm. My apologies. Take this hand onto your knee stack. That's what we did first, right? Press down into your knee stack with your right palm. Yeah, on your left knee. You can adjust your block taller or lower. So you're also driving a little of your body weight like downhill out of your pelvis and down into your knees as you tip. Okay, and then from there, we'll take the left elbow and bend it a little bit more and hold your head. And then reach the right arm all the way over. Yeah. And then bend your elbow a little more and drape it like a coat over a coat hanger, a big trench coat. Yeah. Hold your head, turn to the right, relax your head. Press your left knee down onto your right. Hello, IT band. Lean back with the back of the shoulder blades, the back of your head. Slowly come up. Half Supta Virasana, left and then right. Okay, you can take Virasana and stay seated on a block the entire time if you'd like. Otherwise, left foot outside of left hip. Slowly lengthen your tailbone forward and lower to any degree. Maybe it's forearms, maybe it's pillows or blocks under you. Maybe it's all the way down. If you're all the way down, you want a little more, take the knife edge of your right foot as high up your left thigh as you can and use that edge to press down, down, down. 2 more. If you're doing one leg at a time, come on up and switch. If you have both legs in Virasana, maybe you're seated on a block, stay. Okay, so the right foot will be outside the right hip. Come down to any degree, scoop the tailbone forward. Maybe you put pillows or blocks underneath you. And if you are coming all the way down and you still don't feel a lot of sensation, you can take the outside edge of your left foot and press it down into your right thigh as you press your thigh up into the knife edge of the foot. Two more. Come on up. Upavishta Konasana, face the long edge of your mat. Reach your legs out wide. Good, take your right elbow on a block. It can be inside or outside of this right leg or the floor. And then bend your elbow, hold your head. And then reach your left arm up and over. I'm going to offer a deepening option if you want it, but stay here if you don't want it, okay? Deepening option. Take your left hand to the pinky toe side of your right foot. Take your right hand to the big toe side of your right foot. Press your right arm against your inner right leg to turn your rib cage from right to left. Your left sitting bone will lift at a certain point in this pose. That's allowed. Two more. Now, if you're on the block, your left sitting bone should not lift. Yeah. Good, come on up and switch. So left elbow to a block, inside or outside or the floor, and then reach your right arm up and over. If you want to go on, right hand catches the pinky toe side. Left hand catches the big toe side. Elbows pull away. Your ribs are going to turn. In fact, it's helpful to give yourself this rib swipe from left, swipe, swipe, swipe it right, and turn your chest to the ceiling. Press your left arm against your left leg like you're elbowing your way through a crowd. Last two. And then come on up. Last little core work before we set it all down. Crisscross your legs, grab your blocks. I think this will be about 10 rounds. We're going to go all the way just once. We'll go just one way, not both ways, but all the way around the world. So we're going to go, you choose, right or left. Okay, come up, butt up, maybe knees up, maybe even feet up. Sit yourself down, grab your big toes, lift them, maybe straighten them. Good, and then pivot a little quarter turn to the left. So you can switch the cross of the leg or the right, whichever way you want to turn. I'm drawn to the left, I guess. Okay, so you're just a little quarter turn here. Butt up, knees up, maybe feet up. Sit it all down, grab your big toes, unlace your legs. Knees bent or straight. As you cross your legs, quarter turn pivot, switch the cross of your leg. Lift your butt, lift your knees, lift your feet. Sit yourself down, grab those big toes, straighten the knees a little or a lot. As you set your feet down, quarter turn pivot, or eighth of a turn, whatever you can turn, butt up, knees up, feet up. Sit yourself down, grab your big toes, maybe look up this time. Knees bent, you could look up. Knees straight, you could look up. Cross your legs, pivot, grab those blocks, butt up, knees up, feet up. Sit yourself down, grab your big toes, uncross your legs, look up. Quarter turn, eighth turn pivot, grab your blocks, butt up, knees up, feet up. Are you almost around? Maybe. Sit down, grab your big toes, straighten your knees a little or a lot. Little turn, almost there. Butt up, knees up, feet up. Sit yourself down, grab your big toes, lift. Pivot, butt, knees, feet. Good, sit it down, grab your big toes, lift. Maybe back where you started, maybe last one. Here we go, butt, knees, feet. Sit it down, grab your big toes, grand finale. Shavasana time. You made it. Did you make it? Yeah, it looks like everybody did. Good. Lie down on your back. Give yourself a big hug. Knees in. Rock it out side to side. Close your eyes. Just take a moment of gratitude for carving out this time, setting your alarm, maybe a little early. And then when you're ready, release your arms and your legs. Let go, let go, let go. Let all tensions dissolve on the exhales. Begin now to deepen your breath. Bend your knees, place your feet flat onto the ground. Reach your right arm over your head, roll to your right side, and rest here, a full breath cycle. And then use your hands to press up. Find any comfortable seat. You can sit on a block, sit on the ground. Hands to your heart, Anjali Mudra. We'll seal our practice together with the sound of Om. Deep inhale. Bow your forehead to your fingertips, to your own heart center. And release your hands, lift your head, open up your eyes. Enjoy, enjoy. So good to be with you all. Stick around if anyone has questions. Otherwise, enjoy your day or your evening, depending on where you are. Thanks. That's so good to see you. Thank you.
Yeah, you're moving beautifully.